Hello, this is Kimberly, your Christian divorce coach, and welcome to another episode of Christian Divorce TV. In our last video, I talked to you a little bit about not taking your emotions to your attorney's office. And in that video, I told you that I would come back and share some tips with you on things that you needed to take with you to your attorney's office so that you show up strong and feel prepared when you go. One of the worst feelings is getting into the attorney's office and having them to begin to ask you questions that you're not prepared to answer. You begin to fumble over your answers. You waste time trying to remember things and trying to come up with the correct answers, sitting there thinking, and really you're wasting your money when you do that, because time is money in an attorney's office. So I just wanted to go over a couple things with you so that you're prepared and you'll know what types of things you're going to be asked and what type of information you need to take with you. So I wanted to start with an income and expense statement, which kind of looks like this. Hopefully you can see that. But actually this is like a 3-page document, and it's an income and expense statement that both you and your spouse will be required to fill out, that will be filed with the courts as a part of your proceedings. So some of the things that are listed on here are your income, your gross monthly income, depending on whether or not you get paid bi-weekly or weekly, you'll have to know that. Your federal income and state deductions, your FICA, which is your Social Security, if you get that deducted from your paycheck, your 401k, your retirement account, what gets deducted from that, from your paycheck, direct deposit, support payments if you have child support payments, medical insurance that comes out, anything that deducts from your paycheck, and at the end, your take-home per pay period is what they're actually trying to get at. Other things, rental income, second job, like I said, child support, welfare, if that's something that you're having to deal with, and then your taxes paid to the IRS or state. If you have that also coming out of your check, you will need to know that. And then your other expenses, such as your rent or your mortgage, insurance that's not included as a part of that, real property taxes, your utilities, your gas, your electric, your phone. So you're going to have to know all of these things. All of your expenses have to be listed on this statement. Your car payment, whether it's leased or whether it's a rental, the insurance you pay on the vehicle, the maintenance repairs, and then your household, your personal expenses and your household expenses, food, clothing. We want to know everything you spend, how much you spend on these things, laundry and cleaning, personal articles, recreation, how much money you use for entertainment like movies or going out to eat. If you take a bus, what do you use per month or per month on a bus pass? So it's just so many little things that go into filling out one of these statements that you're going to have to know. So it's better to be prepared going in so you're not caught off guard when the questions start to come, because when you first go into their office, that's one of the first things they do is hand you one of these packets and ask you to fill it out. And if you're not prepared going in, you're going to be sitting there really baffled because you don't know the answers off the top of your head. So it's better to go in prepared. The other statement is an asset and debt statement. And this is dealing with your bank accounts from financial institutions, your checking, savings. They want to know what type of account it is, whether it's your account solely or your spouse's account, whether it's a joint account, and what the current balances are. They also want to know about your securities, whether you have stocks, bonds, money market, and then any debts owed against things like that. What business interests you have. If you have a business, they want to know what the name of the business is, when it was formed, what debts, if any, are owed against it. Is it your personal business or is it a joint business between you and your spouse, and what the market value is of that business. Your vehicles. I can remember getting stuck on this when I sat in an attorney's office, and he asked, what type of make and model of car does your spouse have? And I was like, it's a Toyota. I can't remember like what model, but I know it's a Toyota, so I got stuck there. You have to know these things going in, because if it takes you 10, 15 minutes to sit there to try to think that, trying to research it, trying to look it up on the internet to come up with the answer, you're wasting time, which equates to money. Real property, you'll have to know things about any properties that are owned, what the cost was when you bought it, how much is owed, what the market value is. So you have to know these things going in. Life insurance's policy, the same thing. You have to know what the face value is, who the beneficiaries are, the debt owed, if any, is it a joint, or is it solely yours or solely your spouse's, and what is the cash value of that policy. Retirement accounts, again, your 401ks, TSPs, IRAs, all these things are on this form. So if you know you're going in to start the whole divorce process, make sure you start to gather these pieces of information before you even go into the office, because this is one of the first things that they give you to fill out, and you don't want to be caught off guard. And then other major assets such as cash, furniture, household effects, anything, coin collections, gun collections, those types of things. Given a description, the debt that's owed against it, if any, the estimated gross value, and who bought it to the relationship. And then any property held in trust by you or by third parties is also on this form. And then any other outstanding debts that you may owe, you're going to have to list the creditor, list what your minimum monthly payments are, and the total balance owed. So those are two things that you'll have to fill out: the income and expense statement and the asset and debt statement. So be prepared before you even go into an attorney's office. Gather those pieces of information, have a good handle on your finances, what's owed, what you actually have, what your spouse has. And if it's a case where you don't actually know, what your spouse has, there's nothing you can do about that, and there may have to be a discovery session, or discovery that has to be done on your spouse's assets and debts and what have you, if they don't freely give that information. But that also racks up the cost. So especially if you're going into trying to do an uncontested divorce, it's best that you try to gather as much of this information as you can, so that you're prepared and feel powerful when you walk into your attorney's office. So that's my tip for today, guys. Be prepared going in so that you feel powerful. Thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time. Stop by again to Christian Divorce TV. You can connect with us also at www.christiandivorcecoach.com or on our Facebook group, which is Christian Divorce Coaching Center. Take care and be blessed till next time. Bye-bye.